emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 58.
Running from the gun with Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Back to throw here. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
But both teams practiced this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Well, they're running the jet sweep with Jones. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Jack Doyle, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tannehill. His throw incomplete. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. On third down, Henry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On first down, Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On second down, here's Henry. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10, Taylor now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grip.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Bud Dupree, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Henry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Michael Pittman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Three yards remain for second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here we go. 30.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. This is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Looking to throw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the touchdown Colts. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th. All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition. Just got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A give to Henry. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. 2nd down and 8. Throwing Tannehill. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grover Stewart in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's got Doyle. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. And we got to get to the ball, team, we got to get to the ball.
They'll look to throw here. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Of this game, this is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.